If you're anything like me and you hate the question what's for dinner, then hopefully this video will give you a few ideas. So this week I've really focused on using up ingredients that I've already got at home to make different meals and snacks. It's worked really well, and my shop was definitely a lot cheaper this week because of it. We've also had some really warm weather, so there's some lovely summery dishes in here too. So hopefully you get a few ideas, and let's go and have a look at what I've made. Okay, so I've woken up today for some reason and thought I've got a baking cupboard full of ingredients, and I never really use them. I don't do baking. I don't feel like I use up what I've got at home to make homemade meals enough, if that makes sense. I'm good with like chicken, rice, pasta, that kind of thing, like your general dinners. I think where I'm going with this is I want to make some muffins, like breakfast muffins. If you've watched me for a while, you might remember I used to make these vegan muffins. They're so nice. They do take a lot of ingredients, and most of those I haven't got. So I've dug out the recipe and I've decided to make some swaps. These are definitely not going to be vegan. I'm thinking if you wanted to replace this with vegan cheese, then they could still be vegan. I was going to put eggs in them because I haven't got oil. I know that sounds strange. This is very rambly, so if you want to skip past this part, feel free. But basically, you need 210 grams of self-raising flour, which I've got. I need baking powder, so I've got a tablespoon of baking powder, 100 grams of oats. We're doing okay so far. Some salt, yes. Chives, my plant is actually dead because it's dried out, so might be doing away with the chives. Possibly we'll put some coriander in instead. I've got that, that's not dead. We need some sun-dried tomatoes, but I've got some on the vine ones. They're very, very ripe, so they'll do. Olives, I haven't got any of those, just leave those out. Garlic powder and cayenne, I'm gonna use that. I need hemp seeds, but I've got, oh there you go, look. These are hemp seeds, organic milled hemp seed with flax and chia in it, so that will do. So I need 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds. I need some pumpkin seeds, which I've still got, which I probably bought for the last time I made these. I found a pack of walnuts in the cupboard. I feel like these must have been from a leftover Hello Fresh box or something, but anyway, we're going to use those. 140 grams of tofu. This is where we're going to get interesting. I'm not going to use tofu because I haven't got any like knocking around. So I'm going to use tin of chickpeas instead. It's high protein, and these are savoury muffins, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. So I'm going to use that. It says 50 grams of cheese. I don't feel like that's a lot for however many this is going to make, so I might up that a little bit. 360 ml of milk, and it also says I need 120 ml of oil. I don't tend to have bottles of oil in because I use a rapeseed oil in a spray bottle. So I'm thinking, can I replace oil with avocado? Because they're quite fatty, aren't they? These are in the fridge and they need using up. They're ripe or overripe. So I was going to put eggs in instead of the oil, but I'm thinking I'm going to use avocado. So we'll see what happens. And we also need 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. We're going to just have to go in with what we've got. We've got these and we've got these. So I don't know. I'm going to throw all this together, I think. I need to watch back the video where I made them to see how. And if they work, then I will definitely leave the exact quantities I used down below in the description box. I'm hoping that I'm going to make something out of nothing here. So let's see. Mixed together all my dry ingredients. I decided to add a little bit of nutritional yeast as well because it gives it more of a cheesy flavour, and also it's really, really good for you. So these are going to be nice and healthy. So I'm going to add in my milk, which is 360 ml. 360 seems an awful lot of milk. So I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of flax seed because I've already got chia seed in there, and I've also already got hemp in there. So I'm going to put this in. This is just going to absorb some of the liquid. So I don't know why we put so much liquid in the first place if all you want to do is absorb it. These have been in the fridge a while, so we might not be adding any. There's a little bit of brown on, but we can work with that. So that avocado was so ripe that it's just mushed through. So that's added a little bit of fat. There'll be some fat from the cheese as well. I don't know, it's trial and error, isn't it? This is literally just using up everything I can find in the cupboards in the fridge, so I haven't had to go out and buy expensive ingredients, and hopefully we'll get some nice breakfast muffins out of it. So what I'm going to do now is preheat my oven to 180 degrees, pop this in some muffin cases, I don't have the fancy pants ones that I had last time. I've just got bog standard cases that you find in the back of your cupboard. Last time I had these really nice like deli style wrapped ones, but what can I do? That's what I've got, so that's what I'm using. So that's my first batch. I'm going to pop these in. I've just put a few pumpkin seeds and a little bit of tomato on the top. I promise this baking silicone thing isn't dirty, it's just burnt. But I'm going to pop these in. I think they take about 25 to 30 minutes until they're golden brown. We'll see how they come out. So here are the muffins out of the oven. They've turned out really well. They smell amazing. I haven't actually tried one yet, but yeah, they definitely smell good. I will pop the verdict up on the screen if they've worked, and I'll also leave what I did use in the description box if we taste them and they taste okay. If they're disgusting, you probably won't even see this much, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how they've turned out visually so far. So for tonight's dinner, I have done some coconut lime chicken breast with some corn on the cob, some wholemeal or brown rice, and some chili halloumi, and I've also got some sweet chili sauce to drizzle over the top. So in the spirit of using everything up, I actually way overestimated how much brown rice I needed to use for a recipe, so I cooked a load of it and we didn't end up using it all, so that needs using up. I've also got 2 chicken breasts that I seasoned with a little bit of this Madras curry powder, so I'm going to chop those up, mix those in with the brown rice. I'm going to add an onion and a pepper. I'm not sure whether to just lightly fry the onion and then let it cool. I think I might do. Firstly, because sometimes raw onion in things is quite strong. And secondly, I'm going for kind of like a sweet flavour, so I might just fry that off lightly. I think I'll leave the pepper as it is because this is going to be a cold dish. What I'm trying to make is like a coronation chicken. So I've got some fat-free Greek yogurt, some light mayonnaise, and I do need some mango chutney, but I didn't have any. So I thought I'll come up with a genius idea of using lemon and lime marmalade. Obviously exactly the same as mango chutney. Who doesn't use marmalade to dip their poppadoms in? But when I opened my lemon and lime marmalade, it was mouldy. So that's gone in the bin. So I decided I'm gonna use some of this jalapeno chili jam because I want a little bit of sweetness in it, because coronation chicken does have that sweetness. I also wish I had some raisins, but unfortunately I don't seem to have anything like that knocking around. I have got some chopped dry, no, that's not going to work. I've got some curry powder. I'm going to mix that with the mayo, the Greek yogurt. I'm going to fry off the onion, chop up the chicken, mix it all together with the rice, add some seasonings, taste it, maybe add a little bit of fresh chilli, and then that will make a really nice, like cold summer's day salad. We can serve it with some like nice crusty bread, or the boys could take it to work tomorrow for their lunches. And I just feel like I'm on a mission at the moment to use up everything I've got, but come up with different ways to use it. Right, so I've got my chicken and peppers there. I've fried my onions. I'm just letting them cool a little bit. I don't know if I've got a big enough bowl now again. I always seem to do this. I don't want to over rice it either. Put some curry powder. Tablespoon. I'm going with 2 spoons. Chili jam, a little bit, a couple of spoons of light mayo. I have to say this is absolutely delicious. I added in a bit more curry powder, the rest of the sweet chili jam, some lime juice, salt and pepper, and a little bit more of the mayo, and it is so nice. This would be a perfect thing to serve at summer barbecue. I know I haven't presented it very nicely, but if you wanted to put out a tuna pasta, a potato salad, and then a coronation chicken rice, it is so good. I really like it, and I think this is going to be lovely for dinner tonight. You could even serve this on top of salad, like with some nice crunchy lettuce leaves, some little fresh cherry tomatoes, maybe some slices of cucumber, and then serve this over the top. Absolutely delicious, really quick and simple, and just using up stuff I had in the cupboards. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and I'm making my buffalo chicken lasagna. So in here I'm making up the sauce. Bit of a weird one, but I wanted to use up some cottage cheese that was going out of date in the fridge. So I have done a full video on this before. I'll try and leave it linked down below, or if you're interested in the recipe, just let me know in the comments. I can send it to you. But in here I've got some cottage cheese, oat milk, some buffalo sauce, a cheese triangle, garlic granules, black pepper, and I also need oregano, but I haven't got any, so I might put some coriander in. I'm going to blend this up, and this makes your cheese sauce. So this is a really high protein recipe. Then I've got my chicken breast here, and I'm just going to chop that up and fry it in some salt, pepper, smoked paprika, onion powder and some more buffalo sauce. So then we just layer it up with the chicken, the lasagna sheets, the sauce, so on and so on, top it with cheese. Absolutely delicious. Don't knock it till you've tried it. It's so good. I will try and leave the original link down below because we love how this turns out. So this is going to be your buffalo sauce. So we're going to layer this up with our chicken, and I think you put a layer of cheese in the middle as well. It looks strange, but it's really, really nice. A mess. Did that hit you? Yeah. Sorry. So here's the lasagna out of the oven, and I've let it sit for a little while so it kind of solidifies, but I will show you it once I've dished it up. It turned out really, really well, and it made the house smell really nice. Kind of show you the layers there, but I'll show you a slice if I can once I've cut it. There we go. I just thought I'd try and show you a slice of it before I pop it in the bowls. Looks good. I'm just making a Caesar salad, and I'm also making a mess for my lunch, and I'm just toasting up some of this crumb. So obviously on a Caesar salad I usually have croutons, but I make up this crumb now and keep it in the freezer in a tub with a lid. This is just blitzed up sourdough bread. There's garlic in here, salt and pepper, there's coriander, parsley, lemon juice, lemon zest, anything you feel like adding really. And then I blitz it up and pop it in the freezer, and then I just toast it almost like a dry fry in a pan just before I want to add it to a salad, or if you want to sprinkle it over a pasta or something. It's absolutely delicious. This one may even have parmesan in, I can't remember, but it's really, really good, and it's such a quick and simple idea rather than making croutons each time. And sometimes I don't want the big chunky bread, so yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. So here is my Caesar salad. I've just used up the last of the Marks and Spencer's Caesar dressing, which is this one, and it was running out. I just added some lime juice to the bottle just to eke it out a little bit more because that's my favourite one. And yeah, this is what I'm having for lunch. I've got lettuce, cucumber, some coconut and lime chicken, my garlic and herb and lemon crumb, and some Caesar dressing. So for tonight's dinner, it is a really lovely hot day, so I've just done a tuna pasta salad. So in here I've got some cooked onions. I just find they're a little bit less harsh that way. They don't like, not such a strong onion taste. I've got some peppers, grated carrot, and then I've got tuna pasta, some Greek yogurt, mayo, and some Dijon mustard, and loads of different seasonings. So salt, pepper, garlic powder, smoked paprika. I've got lime juice, I've got some vinegar, and probably about 50 other things as well. And then just some tiger bread to go with it. And this is what's for dinner tonight. It's what you're doing, making me feel